put like this dude's like slideshow of different of the social media picture.
Wow. I don't want to go into the detail too much because I think a lot of people know about it already. It was the case where allegedly this Ivy League graduate from a wealthy family allegedly took out, I don't even know if that's still safe for social media, allegedly took out the CEO of United Health, and he was arrested because a whistleblower from McDonald's called the cops. He was arrested. They found some stuff in his bag. They also found well, I call it pseudo gun, but like a gun that's not registered in a serial with a serial number. I think a gun that was probably 3D printed and all that stuff. And they said they also found DNA on. So the camera picked him drinking Starbucks or whatever, and then he threw it on the ground, and then they said there was DNA result proving that he was the perpetrator. That's not the biggest news of it. And for me, I would say when someone loses their life, it's big news. In that way as well, it's big news. I'm not in support of that. I have to say, like, we can't just go out and, to take out whatever we want to take out. I'm not saying the world is fair. I'm not saying some people don't have that power or opportunity in an unfair way. But I'm just saying, if that's how we all then behave, the risk is too much. So, people might misunderstand who has power over what. Right? It's a bit sad, but he's in court now and he has somewhat become an American hero to some people. Why do you think this is the case? I know why, but I know that you also have a very strong opinion about it, Ibra.
I feel like a lot of the things that I predicted is already happening. I mean, we had this discussion over the phone, like when it happened, right? And I'm already seeing that unfold. The being the hero part, I think when it happened, I already saw like, this is going to be a tricky one. And I think that's why not just the health sector right now, that's why they are really taking it seriously. Not just because a powerful person lost his life, right? Because they know what the public opinion is when it comes to American health, right? Or at least health sector, the insurance sector specifically. People are not really pleased. A lot of people are not pleased. And that has led to this sort of situation where this guy is being called a hero or like became a hero. I'm not sure if you saw also this clip of a concert. Was it even a concert or a rave? But it was huge. It just happened yesterday, I believe, somewhere in the US. And the DJ was, they put like this dude's like slideshow of different of the social media picture, like at the back screen. You know all these techno events, right? Wow. Like you have this massive screen at the back, and they had like all sort of his pictures just sliding, and people were screaming in support, like, yo, like I just saw that recently, like a few hours ago today. I'm like, this might lead to something worse. And I think, like, for example, this lady that called or that was using the exact phrase that this guy used, that's why they had to really clamp down such statements.
I have a problem with that one, right? So much for freedom of speech. I think this is what you said as well. The woman that called her insurance and she was denied, and then she made that statement and said, you are next. She doesn't even own a gun and all that stuff, and she was denied. She was arraigned in court very quickly. The FBI saw it and then referred to local police. She was immediately then arrested, and then $100,000 bail bond. And, they're basically saying, we'll take this seriously. We will charge you. You should get a lawyer and all that stuff because of a statement that she made on the phone. It's a threat, but it's not a threat that anything has been done about. It's also clear that there's a social media trending topic about it. And it's also clear that she might be emotional and say stuff like that.
And that's what the governments, that's what they do, right? Yeah, they are wrong to do that. And that's also, yeah, we talked about this, like the freedom. When you say things that are not relevant, nobody cares. But when you actually stand on some ground on things that are quite important, and you are, yeah, you can become the problem, right? Or you can be seen as a problem because you're not actually a problem. It's freedom of speech, right? But why they have to do this is, I feel like they have to sort of still control the masses at the end of the day. And events like this can really turn, this would be similar to the NSAS protest that happened in, I think since then, I can really see, I mean, we can always look and see what events can be, but since then, I look out for such things, right? Like you can tell when the government is panicking. And this is one of those moments. It's like for them to already be able to control all of us, like the vast majority, they are like 0.0% controlling billions of people globally, all the governments all over the world, I'm saying now. It's already a very excellent work. So, but there will be events that will sort of awaken a lot of people. And this is one of those, right? It's like, why are we paying and we are not getting the worth of what we are? So, and when they start praising this guy's name, trust me, a lot of other people are already starting to think, oh, maybe if I wouldn't get my whatever approved or my health insurance for this, whatever, I might go the same route. So they have to sort of act drastically to shut everyone who might be thinking the same. So it's sort of like a scapegoat situation.
And it's very interesting how, when you think about the method of control that the government uses, it's crazy, right? Because it's actually fair. The way they control us is fair. I do not break the law. Even the ones that I don't agree on a moral standpoint with, I still won't break those laws simply because of the fear that I get thrown in prison, or the fear that I get shot by a police officer or something. Like they are controlled by guns and prison. And in prison, they keep you in there with guns.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to think about that, because now they're threatening this woman with prison. And they're basically telling anyone else that if you follow a route, this is your end. You will go to prison. By the way, Luigi Mangione pled not guilty. The evidence that they found around him seemed damning, but it's not necessarily clear yet. Simply because at the moment, the case that he is actually in court for is not even any of the degree murder, whether second degree or first degree murder. It's a possession of the things that they found on him when he was arrested. So he was found in possession of an unlicensed firearm. They called it a ghost gun. So it's untraceable, it's unlicensed, no serial number, probably 3D printed. And they also found some of his memo or manifesto that he wrote about the insurance sector, because he has maybe severe back pain and maybe something is wrong with his treatment or whatever. And this is what is currently being charged for in court. And so he's pleading not guilty. And is also fighting against being extradited to New York, because that's where he would then be able to face the murder charges. Yeah. And then is also there in New York's DA, they are also then working towards moving the murder charge from second degree to first degree. So it's still much more complicated. We don't know exactly what kind of twists and turns we will get, because it's still not sure if the person that was arrested was the person that carried it out. There are damning evidence, but it's not clear. So there are many things still that would unravel on this case, and he has a very good lawyer. He has hired an ex-DA, very powerful ex-DA.
I mean, he's a privileged boy. Yeah, it's not a broke boy.
yeah. So let's see what happens. I'm a little bit worried about making him a hero. You can't just go around taking out whoever you don't agree with or whoever you think is treating you unfairly. I think you will have to go through the strenuous legal process, which, of course, it probably doesn't work against very powerful people, because the burden of proof will be on you if you're accusing someone. But still, we need some decorum.